Tyler Henry, the celebrated psychic medium, has gained immense popularity for his remarkable ability to connect with spirits and deliver profound insights to celebrities. His readings, which are frequently filled with startling disclosures, have enthralled audiences and sparked curiosity in the Hollywood community. His readings alongside Academy Award-winning actress Marlee Matlin, who has been deaf since she was 18 months old, were among the most thought-provoking. Although Matlin's illness has played a big role in whom she is, Henry's reading provided a different viewpoint by exploring the origins of her deafness. Many questioned the deeper spiritual forces at work in Matlin's life after the psychic's insight into the circumstances underlying her hearing loss. In this fascinating video, Tyler Henry discovered a possible explanation for Matlin's deafness that connected her physical condition and spiritual journey, going beyond her advocacy for the deaf community and her professional achievements. Did a particular incident or a more profound invisible force cause her deafness? In this video, we look at the layers underneath Marlee Matlin's career and personal successes and the intriguing notion that Tyler Henry shared during his session with her. You might be surprised by the answers. 1. Her hearing loss. A startling prediction. When Tyler Henry offered a theory that would challenge the actress's perception of her hearing loss, his reading of Marlee Matlin took an unexpected turn. Historically, a misdiagnosed illness, more precisely, a high fever at 18 months old, was blamed for Matlin's deafness. Tyler, though, hinted that this sickness might not be the only cause of her hearing loss. He suggested that there might be a more profound and intricate reason, one that might have to do with a painful experience or an outside influence that Matlin had never thought of. Matlin was shocked to learn this because she had always assumed that her deafness was the consequence of a single medical event. The thought that there might be more to her illness made her look back on her early years with new eyes. She began to wonder about the real cause of her deafness after Tyler's remark, which paved the way for additional research into her past and potential spiritual influences. 2. A re-examination of the illness theory. The public narrative around Marlee Matlin's hearing loss has traditionally focused on a rare sickness that caused her to become deaf at the age of 18 months. This illness is usually portrayed as a viral infection similar to meningitis. Her condition is now commonly attributed to this hypothesis. Tyler Henry, however, went over this topic again throughout his reading and presented an alternative viewpoint that went against the grain. According to Tyler, her hearing loss may have been caused by factors other than the sickness. He suggested that the effects of the sickness might have been worsened by an additional, invisible cause, such as an emotional or environmental one. Tyler suggested that Matlin's physical condition was not the main factor that led to her deafness, but rather how her body and mind handled it. 3. Psychic perspectives. Regarding Matlin's early years. Insight into Marlee Matlin's early years was provided by Tyler Henry's psychic reading, which also gave her hearing loss a previously unconsidered emotional component. Her early years were characterized by a pervading emotional tension, indicating that being deaf was not only a physical experience, but also a profoundly emotional one. According to Tyler's observations, Matlin's abrupt loss of hearing caused her to experience trauma that extended beyond the physical symptoms and had a significant impact on her emotional health and sense of self. Tyler's reading promoted a deeper comprehension of the psychological effects of Matlin's illness, even if she had never openly connected her emotional state to her deafness. His remarks made her think about how her life and career might have been impacted. 4. A secret family past. Additionally, a little-known aspect of Marlee Matlin's family background was revealed by Tyler Henry's reading of her. He proposed that her hearing loss might be related to a genetic susceptibility, or that her condition might have been influenced by a family history of hearing problems. This discovery suggested that her deafness could not have been a singular occurrence, but rather a component of a larger family trend that had previously gone unnoticed. Although Matlin has consistently attributed her hearing loss to a viral disease, Tyler's reference to heredity gave her story a fresh angle. 5. Her deafness's spiritual aspect. Tyler Henry's assertion that Marlee Matlin's deafness had a spiritual component was among the reading's more unexpected elements. According to Tyler, her hearing loss might have played a vital role in a larger spiritual purpose rather than being solely physical or emotional. According to his theory, her deafness was linked to a life path that was predestined for her and helped her become a strong advocate for the deaf community. Instead of seeing her illness as something that could be easily conquered, Tyler proposed that it served as a driving force behind her outstanding lobbying efforts. This perspective reframed her deafness as a transforming aspect of her life's purpose, rather than as a terrible constraint. 6. Matlin's reaction to the text. Marlee Matlin was naturally shocked when Tyler revealed his theories regarding her deafness. She had never given the idea that there might be more to her hearing loss than a viral illness, which she had always assumed was the cause. Known for her candor and support, Matlin reacted to Tyler's reading with a mixture of interest and suspicion. She valued the depth and complexity he added to the discussion, even though she didn't agree with every facet of his theory. Matlin was inspired to consider her life and her journey as a deaf woman by the reading, which sparked introspection. It also made people think about her legacy as an advocate for persons with disabilities, as well as a gifted performer. 7. A discussion that attracted public attention. A public discussion that went much beyond celebrity readings was spurred by Tyler Henry's reading with Marlee Matlin. Many people, especially those who had gone through comparable situations, found great resonance in the idea that deafness could involve more than just a physical ailment. Together with Tyler's psychic revelations, Matlin's openness about her life raised much-needed awareness of the complicated realities that people with disabilities must deal with. The reading prompted individuals to re-evaluate the limited perspective they usually have of diseases like deafness and sparked a wider conversation about how society perceives disability. Tyler's observations showed that disability might have emotional and spiritual components in addition to its physical manifestation, which promoted more empathy and comprehension. In conclusion, Tyler Henry's reading of Marlee Matlin's narrative of deafness offered a novel and provocative viewpoint, inspiring her and the general public to re-evaluate the facets of her experience. The intricacy of living with a disability and the confluence of physical, emotional, and spiritual dimensions are highlighted by Tyler's insights, which can be interpreted as either psychic discoveries or as a means of achieving a greater level of self-reflection. Matlin's receptiveness to the conversation is a potent reminder that the journey of people with disabilities is characterized by their activism, resiliency, and global effect rather than just their disability. Many people have been prompted to think about how society views disability more broadly as a result of this reading and the issues it brought up, calling for a more humane and comprehensive approach. In the end, Marlee Matlin's life and work demonstrate that being deaf is only one dimension of her identity, which is complex, dynamic, and profoundly impactful. Matlin's tale is a monument to the strength of accepting one's complete, complex self, while questioning societal notions of disability, as she continues to break down barriers and advocate for the deaf community. Although Tyler Henry's reading may have been a time for spiritual introspection, its effects go well beyond that, igniting important discussions for years to come. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Tyler Henry Reveals theory on how actress Marlee Matlin became deaf, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.